Just recently, I got my 100th subscriber on YouTube. 100 subscribers isn't really a huge milestone, but it's a fairly meaningful one for me. There's just something about seeing that 3-digit number that is just, I don't know, exciting or motivating somehow. And so I just wanted to take a little bit of time to reflect on this because I've been learning a lot both in my chess game, which I've been sharing about, and also in playing the YouTube game, if you will. And I thought about 3 lessons that I just kind of wanted to share with you today that I've thought of from this journey. And these lessons actually kind of apply to both YouTube and chess in an interesting way. So if you clicked on this video because you're a YouTuber just getting started, or if you've been around for a while watching some of my content and you're here for the chess content, I think there'll be something for you in this video as well. Lesson number 1, don't chase the numbers. On YouTube, I'm always looking at how many views my videos are getting or how many subscribers I have, how much watch time I'm getting, and all those sorts of analytics and statistics. And on the chess side, it's all about rating. It's all about, like, if I'm playing a tournament or if I'm playing online, am I going to win, like, gain rating points? Am I going to lose rating points? Like, where are the numbers going to land here? And that's all fine. Trying to grow the numbers is actually something that I find exciting, and it motivates me to keep pushing and keep trying to do better. But I've found that there's a little bit of a dark side to it as well. What I've learned over time is that the numbers are great, but the numbers aren't the point. And actually, they can become a distraction from what your true goals are. So for example, my YouTube channel. The point of my YouTube channel isn't to get a whole bunch of views and subscribers. The purpose of my channel is a place where I can share my chess journey and hopefully help some of you along the way and help you to learn some of the lessons that I'm learning as well. And that's the kind of thing that I need to be thinking about when I'm making these videos. Not like, how can I make a title or a thumbnail that's going to get 1 million clicks? That would be nice. And, making a good thumbnail and so on, that's part of, the technique of doing things on YouTube. But it's not the point. It's not the reason why people are going to watch your videos and connect with you. As another example, I remember a chess game in a tournament where I wasn't doing very well. I was playing against a strong player. I was pretty sure that I was going to lose. And I found myself kind of wondering partway through the game, what's the point? What's the point of continuing on in a game like this when I'm sure I'm going to lose? It doesn't matter how hard I fight at this point, I'm going to lose the game and I'm going to lose rating points. I'm not going to get the points for the tournament, regardless of what I do at this point. But I also remember thinking about it and realizing during the game, the point is not to increase my rating. The point is to become a better chess player. And fighting hard and playing on when you're in even a losing position can be a really great way to practice defensive techniques and sharpen your skills. So continuing on in a game like this may not give me the results that I want immediately, but they do help me to improve in such a way that the results will come over time. So what I've been learning in this journey is don't chase the numbers, but do the work and learn something new every day, especially from your own mistakes, and eventually the numbers will come. Lesson number 2, think about the viewer. So as I've mentioned, my YouTube channel is all about sharing my chess journey, and it can be easy sometimes to make it about me. Like if I'm trying to title a video or something, I can say, oh, look at this time that I lost this tournament game, or this time when I got checkmated by a pawn, or something like this, right? But the thing is, nobody cares. That's not entirely true, but people don't watch your videos to understand the reason why you made it. They watch your videos for what they are going to get out of them. Maybe they want to learn something, or maybe they just want to be entertained. But it's always worth kind of getting in the head of your viewer and trying to really put yourself in their shoes and understand why it is that they might want to watch your video. It's kind of like in chess, when you're trying to pick your moves, you can't only think about your own plans and what you want to do in the position. You also have an opponent, and you have to think about what is their plan, what are they trying to accomplish, and how can I respond using that information. And so I've been learning to kind of always think about the viewer, even when I'm planning what I'm going to shoot and what game I'm going to talk about. I always want to think about, like, what is the viewer going to get out of this video? What's the message that I'm trying to convey to them? And how is this video that I'm making going to meet their needs? And then things like coming up with a title or a thumbnail for the video just becomes an exercise in trying to articulate what the message is that someone's going to get out of my video, and maybe in a way that is going to pique their curiosity or give them some hope for what they're going to learn from it. And so I'd encourage you not to think about the reason why you're making the video, but the reason why your viewer is watching it. Lesson number 3, stick to the plan, but also be flexible. So I've carved out time in my week to work on YouTube videos, and generally my plan is to make between 1 and 3 videos every week. Usually it's 2, sometimes less, sometimes more. And it's definitely important on YouTube to be consistent, to try to get something out every week if you possibly can. But also, it's not the end of the world if you miss a week, or maybe you only have time to get 1 video done instead of the 3 that you were planning to. Sometimes life just happens and you kind of have to forgive yourself and move on. This kind of thing is totally true in chess as well. You may have a good position, a good plan, something that you're trying to do, and then something unexpected happens, something goes a little bit sideways, and you kind of have to reassess and figure out how to move forward from there. If you can manage to, get your plan back on track, then that's great. But if not, you have to be adaptable. You have to figure out, what's the new plan and how can I pursue that one instead? And so I think the real lesson here is not to give up. Just because maybe you miss a week on YouTube or one video doesn't go so well or something like that, it doesn't mean that it's time to, pack it in, close the channel, and never make a video again in your life, right? It's important to stick with it. Stick to the plan, forgive yourself when things go a little off the rails, and just keep going. So I hope you learned something from these 3 lessons that we talked about here, which I think can apply to creating on YouTube, also playing chess, and probably there are several other areas in life that these lessons can be helpful for. If you've been watching this channel for a while, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me along this journey. Your support truly means the world to me. And if you have just found this channel recently, welcome, and I hope that I can see you on some future videos as well. Definitely hit that like button if this video was interesting for you or if you learned something, and also hit subscribe if you want to continue with me along this journey, and I will see you on the next video.